Alright, let's start question number 2.6. So here we need to find out Ix versus Vx, where Vx changes from 0 to 3 volts. We are considering VDD to be 3 volts. Part A, we have a PMOS along with some resistors R1 and R2. The drain is connected to the input voltage, which is Vx. First of all, we need to find out, so it's a PMOS, in this case source to gate. So first of all, we need to find out VSG, which should be VDD minus Vx. Now to find out Vx, we need to observe that there is no current going into the gate of the transistor. So this portion is simply a voltage divider. So VDD minus Vx by R1 should be equals to, we can't take this as Vx, we should name it something else. Suppose VA is also VA. So VDD minus VA by R1 should be equals to VA minus Vx by R2. So this is one equation. So our VSG should be VDD minus so this is our VSG. R2. What about VSD? VSD is simply VDD minus Vx, right? And what about VSG minus VTHFB, which should be VDD minus Vx R1 by R1 plus R2 minus 0.8 volts. So let's put the values for VDD, which is V3 minus Vx So let us try to look at the circuit intuitively. What happens when Vx increases? When Vx is 0, we have this whole VDD drop across these two resistances. That means the resistance drop, that means the voltage drop across this resistance and the voltage drop across this resistance is the highest. Okay, so let us forget about this voltage drop for the moment. Let us think about this voltage drop. When Vx is the lowest, this voltage drop is highest. That means the VSG, the turn on voltage of the transistor, is highest. That means there should be the greatest amount of current. VGS is highest. Also, along with it, VDS is highest, because VDS is this whole drop, VDD. So that means the drain current should be maximum when Vx is 0, right? Or rather, not drain current, since this is a PMOS, we'll call it the source current, IS. This source current should be highest in magnitude, right? And as the Vx starts increasing, this voltage drop starts decreasing. So there are two phenomena that are happening simultaneously. One, the gate to source voltage or the source to gate voltage is decreasing, and the drain to source voltage is also decreasing. That means the current in the transistor is getting lower and lower. at some point Vx should be so high that this VGS is less than the threshold voltage of this transistor. In that case, the current of the circuit will go to 0. So intuitively, if we try to plot the current should start from some value and ultimately it should go down to 0. Now it might not be linear, and since it's a transistor, chances are it won't be linear. It might go like this, it might go like this, but ultimately the current will go to 0. That's for sure. So let us find out when will that current go to 0. Before that, just to make our calculations easier, let us consider R1 and R2 are equal. In that case, VSG minus VTHP should around 1.5, 0.7 minus 0.5 Vx. Let us find out when this value goes to 0. This value goes to 0 for Vx equals to 1.4 volts, right? So we know the current Ix is non-zero only up till a value of 1.4, right? Now this current can be a saturation current or a triode current. That will depend upon the trend of VDS and VGS, or in this case VSG and VSD. That is to be seen, but we know that above Vx is equals to 1.4, the current will surely go to 0. Why? Because VSG becomes VSG becomes equal to 0.8. We have used this equation and equated it to 0. That means the VSG is equals to threshold voltage. So using that equation, we can find out at what Vx the transistor will turn off. So we know the range of non-zero currents. So keep in mind, for this range I have considered R1 to be equals to R2. Now this may not be the case, so just for the sake of completeness, let us find out the general solution too. So we know VSG for our case was VDD minus Vx R1 by R1 plus R2. So to find out the range of Vx for non-zero current, we need to equate this to the threshold voltage. So this is just the general form of this result, of the earlier result that we got. So let me write down the range. Ix equals to non-zero for a range of Vx between 0 and VDD minus threshold voltage 1 plus R2 by R1. So here I have taken R1 equals to R2. Up till this portion, this was a general solution. Here I am considering R1 equals to R2, right? So for the case of R1 equals to R2, VSG minus VTHP was 0.7 minus 0.5 of Vx, and VSD was 3 minus Vx. Let us find out the range of Vx for which transistor is in saturation. To find that out, 3 minus Vx should be greater than equals to 0.7 minus 0.5 Vx, or 0.5 Vx must be less than equals to 2.3, or Vx must be less than equal to 4.6 volt. So this equation, along with the equation where the current is non-zero, essentially tells us that the transistor will never go to triode region, right? So in that case, our current equation becomes quite easy, which is Ix should be mu p cox W by 2L VSG minus VTH V square, which is 1 milli times 0.7 minus 0.5 Vx square. It looks something like this. So it's quite straightforward. To have a complete picture of what's going on in the circuit, I think we need to find out what happens for the range of values of R1 and R2. In this case, we have just considered R1 equals to R2. So what happens when R1 is very greater than R2, or R2 is very greater than R1, or one of them is 0, right? So let us find out what happens. So to find that out, we should look at the circuit more intuitively rather than plotting it. So let us consider the case where R1 is very greater than R2. So in that case, the voltage drop across this transistor will be, so let me write this voltage drop as VR1 and let me write this voltage drop as VR2. So in that case, VR1 will be quite higher than VR2, right? And what is the meaning of VR1? VR1 means the gate source, the source to gate voltage for this transistor. That means the on voltage of transistor is quite high. So the transistor should be on, or the current through transistor should be quite high. And since this voltage drop is smaller, that means this node and this node are essentially the same, right? Because this voltage drop is very small. So that means VDS or VSD and VSG are essentially same. And what does that bring us to? That brings us to a diode connected transistor. And the diode connected transistor is always in saturation as long as the VGS is greater than VTH. And since the value of VGS is also quite high, the currents are also quite high. So in this case, this essentially becomes this. So it is basically a diode connected transistor. We can say that this is a degenerative resistor, but that's something that we don't have to think of right now. What happens when the condition is vice versa, that is R2 is very greater than R1? In that case, VR1 is very small with respect to VR2. VR1 is nothing but the gate to source voltage. That means the transistor might not even turn on. The transistor VSG might be less than the threshold voltage, so there might not be any current. Okay, so all these things can be experimentally found out if you have LTSpice with you and you rig up a simple test bench using models from the internet. You will get a lot of transistor models on the internet. I have a level 49 version BSIM. So this is how the graph looks like when R1 and R2 are equal. Now what happens when R2 is very low? When R2 is very low, you can see this current increases, and also since R2 is very low, the voltage at which the current goes to 0 also changes. So since R2 is very low, Vx is essentially VDD minus VTH, which is 3 minus 0.8 is 2.2. If R2 is very high, that means this Vx will go down. As R2 increases, the voltage Vx at which the current goes to 0 decreases. Okay, so instead of writing it as Vx, let me give it a name, Vx Th. So as R2 increases, Vx Th, okay, let me write it properly. This is the range of Vx for which there is a non-zero current. So the curve looks something like this, 0. So this is the range that we were talking about. Let me point this out as Vx of Th, value for which is 3 minus 0.8, 1 plus R2 by R1. Now as R2 increases, this value decreases. So if R2 is the maximum, the current will fall very sharply to 0. If R2 is minimum, the current will fall to 0 not so sharply.